Welcome back to Unwrapped. I'm Mark Summers, getting more than our share of fruit-filled snacks. But here's the real deal. It's gourmet fruit found at special events and holidays. Who's responsible for getting the stuff to grow like this? Well, it's time to head to Oregon and find out. In 1914, Harry and David Holmes inherited an orchard from their father and began to plant their business idea, growing Royal Riviera pears.
The Royal Riviera pear has an origin in Europe in the mid-1800s in a garden, a botanical garden in France.
But because of the Depression, the business did not grow. That is until Harry flew to New York City in 1934 and contacted various titans of industry.
And out of that, hundreds of orders came, and thus we have the business that we know today.
Which is Harry and David, the catalog gift company selling over 8 million gift packages every year, 1 million of which involve their pears. And these special Royal Rivieras grow on 3,400 acres in southern Oregon's Rogue River Valley. The valley has a unique climate, soil, and water supply, all of which are perfect for pear trees.
And these are all waters that come from snowmelt off the Cascade Mountains. So it's just a real ideal setting. We also have good soils that are not exhausted from years of agricultural use.
The growing season starts in September after trees are pruned. And after pollination, blooms quickly appear.
After that point in time, in April, early May, we have a frost season, we have bloom. We're protecting the blooms and the young fruit against frost damage.
Around the same time, workers thin out young fruit from the trees. Less fruit on the tree means bigger and healthier fruit for customers. And while most orchards have 100 trees per acre, Harry and David is using a special growing technique that produces dwarf trees, which have immediate benefits.
Now we're 400 to 800 trees to the acre, which allows us to produce a lot more fruit, easily accessible by small ladders.
And around August of each year, workers handpick 75 million pears over about 3 weeks. And handling the fruit with care is a top priority.
We use shallow buckets so that they don't bruise one another, the fruit.
Next, fruit is placed into specially designed portable bins holding about 450 pounds of pears.
This is a 12-inch deep bin, a very shallow bin, and specially lined, as you can see, by a material that keeps them from rubbing on the plywood surfaces of the bin.
Then air ride trailers give pears a nice smooth ride into cold storage where they will condition for 3 weeks to ripen properly. Once ready, the pears take a 5-minute trip into a special cleaning solution of fruit detergent and salt, which keeps the heavy pears from sinking. Next, pears load onto a sizing machine where they're weighed and sized before being dropped off for inspection, which is done by hand. The fruit is inspected a 3rd time as it's wrapped and packed into one of Harry and David's distinctive gifts.
They're packed with the most gentle of touch and great attention to detail so that when they do arrive at the customer, it looks absolutely perfect.
But one detail of the packaging has become somewhat of an urban legend. Do the pears wrapped in the gold paper taste better than the others?
They really don't. They all taste exactly the same, and they're all the same pears.
Coming up next, it's a summertime snack sure to bring a smile. Check out how one man is making the watermelon a main course. Just ahead.